So Ben Rothwell, Rory Markham, and Mike Ciesnolevicz are all there. One's from Pennsylvania, one's from Wisconsin, and Rory's from Chicago, south side of Chicago.
South side, yeah.
Yeah, and all three, just tough as nails. And they're on my IFL team, right? And so those three go to a bar in downtown Davenport. And when they're leaving, these girls are walking, and there's like 4 or 5 guys that are badgering these girls and touching them inappropriately. And so Ben Rothwell's like, hey guys, knock that shit off. And these guys are like, how'd you like it if we kicked the shit out of you? And Rothwell's like, they knew, I had made it clear, just we're a professional athlete now. Don't be going around town beating up the locals. You can't do that shit. And so they knew, don't get in trouble. And they just, talked their way out of it. And they got in the vehicle. And so it's those three in the vehicle that's parked up against a brick wall. So they, the only way out is backwards. And so they're getting ready to leave. And the car full of these guys pulls up and traps their car in and gets out. They all get out. And so now they have no choice. So they get out.
God. This sounds like a horror story.
Yeah, it's a mistake, huh?
Yeah, it was a bad mistake for these guys.
I've made big mistakes, not this big.
Yeah, so these guys are, they're locals, gangbangers, whatever, and they all get severely injured. And the last 2 guys to go to sleep both got head kicked at the same time by Rothwell and Rory Markham. They spun. They had 2 guys up against cars, 2 separate cars, beating the shit out of them, and they both spun to look at each other. And then they did the finishing deed on the other guy's guy with head kicks and knocked them both out. Mike Ciesnolevicz goes, it was freaking amazing. It looked like a movie scene.
Sounds like a movie, yeah.
Yeah, so they head kick these guys and put them to sleep. And so the cops show up, and the cops put all 3 of them in the back of one cruiser. And he's got this police officer he goes, okay. He goes, I got a guy from Wisconsin, I got a guy from Chicago, Illinois, and I got a guy from Pennsylvania. He goes, so you guys here training with Miletich? And all 3 of them said, because I talked to the cops about it, and they go, yes, sir. And they know they think they're in trouble, and so the cop goes, so how you guys want to spin this? You guys got attacked, you had to defend yourself. Is that basically what happened? And they're like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. They blocked us in, they attacked us, and we had to defend ourselves. And he's like, okay, that's the way it went down. He goes, I believe you guys. I know you're not supposed to be out causing trouble. Pat doesn't want you guys out beating people up and stuff. And so then Ben notices a cop walking around with one of them with a flashlight, looking around on the parking lot. And Rothwell says to the cop, he goes, officer, he goes, are they lying and saying that we had weapons or something? And he goes, no, Ben, they're looking for his teeth.
Check out the full interview on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms.